Hello, everyone. It's me, Lancer737, and today we're going to be doing the daily reading for July 18th, 2023. And here we go. Reading 1, Exodus 2, 1 through 15a. A certain man of the house of Levi married a Leviate woman. Darn it, I can't talk. Leviate woman, who conceived and bore a son. Seeing that he was a goodly child, uh, I wonder if that's a misprint. I would say whatever. Goodly child. She said him, I can't talk, dang it. She hid him for 3 months. When she could hide him no longer, she took a papyrus basket, dipped it with a bitmut and pitch, and putting the child in it, placed it among the reeds on the river bank. His sister stationed herself at a distance to find out what would happen to him. Pharaoh's daughter came down to the river to bathe, while her maids walked along the river bank. Noticing the basket among the reeds, she sent her handmaid to fetch it. On opening it, she looked, and lo, there was a baby boy crying. She was moved with pity for him, and said, "It is one of the Hebrews' children." Then his sister asked Pharaoh's daughter, "Shall I go and call one of the Hebrew women to nurse the child for you?" "Yes, do so," she answered. So the maiden went and called the child's own mother. Pharaoh's daughter said to her, "Take this child and nurse it for me, and I'll repay you." The woman therefore took the child and nursed it. When the child grew, she brought him to Pharaoh's daughter, who adopted him as her son, and called him Moses. For she said, "I drew him out of the water." On one occasion, after Moses had grown up, when he visited his kinsmen and witnessed their forced labor, he saw an Egyptian striking a Hebrew, one of his own kinsmen. Looking about and seeing no one, he slew the Egyptian and hid him in the sand. The next day he went out again, and now 2 Hebrews were fighting. So he asked the culprit, "Why are you striking your fellow Hebrew?" But the culprit replied, "Who has appointed you ruler and judge over us? Are you thinking of killing me as you killed the Egyptian?" Then Moses became afraid and thought, "The affair must certainly be known." Pharaoh too heard of the affair and sought to put Moses to death, but Moses fled from him and stayed in the land of Midian. Alleluia, alleluia. If today you hear his voice, harden not your hearts. Alleluia, alleluia. And the final reading today is from the Gospel of Matthew 11:20 through 24. Jesus began to reproach the towns where most of his mighty deeds had been done, since they had not repented. Woe to you, Chorazin! Woe to you, Bethsaida! For if the mighty deeds done in your midst have been done in Tyre and Sidon, they would long ago have repented in sackcloth and ashes. But I tell you, it will be more tolerable for Tyre and Sidon on the day of judgment than for you. And as for you, Capernaum, will you be exalted to heaven? You will be down to the nether world. For if the mighty deeds done in your midst had been done in Sodom, it would have remained until his day. But I tell you, it will be more tolerable for the land of Sodom, on the day of judgment than for you. This is a really sharp warning about not being repentant. We have to, and we have to genuinely mean it too, and try our hardest to be good. There is always rules that we must follow, whether it's man-made rules or the divine. The divine for sure is justifiable. It's the man-made ones that we need to pay attention to. Be mindful of them, and if they feel just, then it is just. But if you notice that there's something wrong with them, unfairly brutal, then it should be called out. Anyway, peace be with you all, and have a great Monday. Second day of the beginning of the week.